Hey, welcome. This is a free access online media event. It's the IMI that's the subject of this free access live online media event. What does IMI stand for? Well, IMI is Innovative Medicines Initiative. The IMI primarily increases the speed of developing innovative medicinal products. They may well cover services as well, or the service of developing an innovative medicinal product. Like plant pathology, something I've been studying, and with the likes of that, there are organisations like in America with libraries to cross-reference, as well as an organisation in Ireland to cross-reference. I did show interest in a registration recently with the library in America and Ireland because they both wanted to associate each other within my company and what I've actually been studying. Plant pathology is really what I'm looking at, and with all the stuff I've been doing formally within my continuing professional development and that, which is obviously social care's an aspect of it, and the detox of it, microbiology, microbes. I've still got my histology CPD to finish. There's other aspects of it as well, some psychology to it and stuff, and social psychology, and the criminology aspect as well, but I don't want to get into that too tough. Within what I was doing as an additional branches formally, along with my accredited stuff, and that of obviously like physiology, which is like your blood and your respiration system, your like vital organs, your respiration system and your blood, cardio stuff, and your vital organs, part of physiology, and that, but tying it all into my cell biology studies for like, I wanted to submit within my synopsis for my open masters. I did do some courses at Cambridge, EDX as well, one of the clinicianal scholarships that I still haven't fully audited yet because I've not paid up for the certificate and stuff. Obviously I had like issues with the language of my synopsis and the philosophy of which I was trying to take, because obviously it's within my brand. The sincere community organisation, and wanting to develop that and the clinical aspect of it. I was wanting to do the Withywood scholarship with King's College, but I couldn't do it this year because of problems I had back in March, and the two diplomas that I was doing at Open University had to be postponed. So I couldn't take up the clinical research aspect of the Withywood scholarship at King's College. Anyway, having said that, what I do is obviously like detox within addictions and diseases, and my scope is accredited, it's formal, and has branches within my open masters that I'm doing for my synopsis. So I've done some work experience in that. It was part of my training over 10 years ago, and that. But the cell biology part, that's all to do with pathology. Now, pathology branches out into quite a few things, and I don't have to work in a hospital on a bursary. Encountered problems with people misunderstanding the point of a bursary in the first place. Bursaries, whether you work for the NHS or whether you work for a private hospital, bursaries that are available in the NHS are few and far between. There's only the paediatrician bursary and the FY bursary, so available within any work-based training where you're funded for your academic work. So while you're working and training on a bursary, that's pretty much all it's got going for it. What I wanted to do was ST. I've done some FY stuff academically, like since I was at college, like going back to the 90s, but really my speciality lies in ST. ST, there's no bursary for ST. You don't go to university. The approach that I was taking without studying to be a GP for 5 years, because like general practitioners are speciality. That's you would be a specialist, and they could take an ST route within the fact that they've done their degree for 5 years as a GP. It's without even working in a hospital. But yeah, they can do that and then go on to do ST. ST is like speciality training, a speciality. So there's another way into ST, which you don't have to go to university for. There's like 3-stage exams before you do any more levels. But it's without university and it's really affordable. ST is really where I'm biased and my heart lies. With that, other aspects of like the NHS, like being a scrub in theatre and stuff like that, or a radiologist and stuff like that, radiologists and scrubs and things, you don't have to go to university at all. You don't go to university. There's no bursary and that. Even with like the likes of a paramedic and the science exam to be a paramedic, you don't go to university to do it. And there's no bursary or anything. So like, anyway, Innovative Medicines Initiative. So as I was saying, and they would speed up the development of that for you, where access to such medicines within the social care aspect and the social change of that to improve it. Almost like a social justice is currently unmet. So the program develops medicine, right? Vaccines and treatments. So this is like lab stuff. That's like, and what I was looking to do, which would be like, not next year, because next year, 2022, had I done my diplomas and finished them this year, I wanted to do languages. So I wanted to further the philosophy part and leave like the lab in Milton Keynes at OU until 2023 as I on the final part of my cell biology, so that I really started up on my language, especially where Europe's concerned. So like my language and applied linguistics in the likes of like French, German and Spanish as well, was I skilled enough in terms of like the direction I was really trying to take, and then finalise in 2023 with like that part of my cell biology up in using the lab in Milton Keynes. So anyway, setback, postponement. Anyhow, I still have my company. I still have every right to further my studies and finish off my open masters when I get round to it and everything. So anyway, program develops medicines, vaccines and treatments such as next generation antibiotics. Antibiotics, that is microbiology. That's where you're studying funguses and a penicillin fungus of microbiology. The grant aspect of the programme supports third-party organisations, including SMEs, small to medium-sized enterprises. Sincere Products and Services Limited is an SME. Universities and plant organisations, universities and patent, I'll get into it, universities and patent organisations in participating in projects. So the collaborative aspect of my Sincere Community Organisation programme, which is open to funding via its projects, there are several types of grants offered. A one-off financial contribution or contributions, provision of personnel, covering other direct costs, and free subcontracting. They operate a series of different calls for funding. Applications can be done like at any one time. Given the highly detailed nature of the programme, you need to check out the more advanced IMI2. The rules there need to be checked over, every last detail, before you make an application. Funding is dependent on the project and the organisation. Now, I'm not going to just jump into this head first and say that I get my approval from the Arts Council England and that, or I go about it differently. I go about it in a compliance certificate from the HMRC and that, and then go out to seek investors in a startup project out of my own org. I will not just go head first into this, whether the Arts Council England approve my application before spring of next year. If they approve it and I get the funding I require for my office so that I've got a headquarters instead of my computer here in my studio flat and everything on my phone tied in to like my ghost mail and my business registration with Companies House and HMRC, instead of that way, I actually get the funding I require for quite a few years to have an official headquarters here in my hometown of Bath City. They'll just take like a year or so. I still got stuff to do at uni. I still got stuff to do at the academy and like finalising a whole bunch of like different audits and that. And I'm taking on some new courses right at the moment with another like part of the OU, because the OU's just broke itself up into like quite a few different like parts that are offering all sorts of different learning. So with that, the project, or at least the idea of the goal, is taking shape. So there will be developments, just little ones, like incremental ones, at least next year, with the Arts Council England approval or not. There will be things happening, developments taking shape. My Sincere Detox personal blog will keep you informed. There'll be other free access online media events, live or pre-recorded, to come. So look out for those if you're interested. We'll see what happens. But this is the direction I'm taking. There will be awards up for grabs for professional, good business practice, development and research. Some of it extremely simple, without even any manufacturing, without even creating a treatment, let alone a cure. Just on research alone, that I've got funding for a year to be able to do the research I wanted to do clinically, and hopefully I'll do that here locally in my hometown of Bath City, and I might be able to get a bit of collaborative help from where I used to work, where I did training. They fund like DHI here in Bath, Developing Health and Independence. They may well like to help out, and whatnot. So look out for all of that. I'll keep you updated so that you know what's what and how it's going. But that is going to be the direction I want to move into. The IMI. Obviously the IMI2, I won't need to look at that just yet. The more you look into the point, it's to do with Europe, so it's a partnership in Partnering for Health. With the Innovative Medicines Initiative, there's objectives, there's how IMI works, there's IMI funding, and it's the very model of that EU tax and like VAT aspect, which gets into like the medium enterprise part of corporation tax. You're talking a research agenda, and who decides exactly on IMI and its research priorities. So you're talking like their history, their governance, their reference documents. And they just recently had their 10th anniversary. Innovative Health Initiative, that's not the IMI, but it's part of it, because the Innovative Health Initiative would be the new public-private partnership. So it's a mixture of public and private partnerships for health, build on the success and the lessons learned from the IMI. So that's where I'm going with that. That's of the EU in Europe. Stay safe and well, help stop the spread of the virus. Take care. I'll keep you posted. All right.